everyone. Thanks so much for coming out and braving the cold. My name is Denise Vinecourt, and I'm a year student life. I'm a third-year psychology major with a minor in biochem. Throughout my time at MA, I've had the opportunity to become very involved in a lot of different things. I've served as an executive member of Rotaract, Healthcare Outreach, the Student Refugee Program, and I really feel as though these experiences have given me vital organizational, leadership, and interpersonal skills that are required for the role of VP student life. Additionally, I've acted as both a TA in the calculus department and the biochem department. In short, I understand the struggles and rewards of being a student. I'd really like to take the rest of the time that I have to highlight my 4 platform points. The first is the development of a co-curricular record. So this would be a document that students would receive upon graduation that would highlight any kind of experiential learning that they've done while at MA. This would include things like memberships on clubs and societies, any involvement with residents' life, any membership on sports teams or paid jobs. Mount Allison students are known for being very involved, and this co-curricular record is an efficient way to serve to summarize all of the out-of-classroom achievements that Mount A students are known for. My second point is on an increase in support for clubs and societies. This year, Emma initialized a club and society executive training, which I think is fantastic. I'd like to extend on this to include mental health, first aid training, and alcohol-specific training for club and society executives. The goal of this is simple. It's just to increase student wellness and safety at both on and off campus events. My third point is on community engagement. Through my time with Rotaract at MA, I really felt that there's a need in the Sackville community. There is certainly a lot of Mount Allison students who would like to get involved in the Sackville community, but I find that we as a student body have a difficulty leaving the Mount Allison bubble and kind of branching out more into our larger community. The MASU Community Services page has been very important in getting a lot of Mount Allison students involved, so I'd like to work with the VP External and the VP Communications to increase awareness of this service. It's a Facebook page and an email list that tries to link up Mount Allison students with opportunities at Sackville. And so I'd like to increase awareness both from students and from community members who might benefit from the service. And this is not limited to volunteer opportunities. It could include job opportunities, networking things, internships, anything that might help students. My last point is on mental health. So I'd like to increase support for these student groups and campus initiatives that are working to increase mental wellness on our campus. I'd like to make students more informed with the resources that are available to them. And finally, I'd like to target varsity coaches and team leadership as people who might benefit from mental health training. That's so they can act both as a resource to their athletes and as a liaison between their athletes and resources available on campus. My main platform in terms of mental health is to educate student leaders about the issues so that they can act as a resource to students who might be needing help. So, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you very much to those who have been running with us for the past week, and to Laura and Sarah for all their hard work. Thank you for your time.
Hi everyone, so my name is Mackenzie. I am working towards I'm in second year working towards my BA in psychology. I'm doing minors in linguistics and sociology. So before I get to my main priorities as VP student life, I'm just going to give you guys some more information about myself. So I currently sit on 4 MASU committees: the Student Life Committee, Communications Committee, Entertainment, and the Alasonian. Being a member of these student committees, I think I have grasped a good understanding of what the MASU is striving for, as well as more specifically what the Student Life Committee has been working on throughout the year. I'm also on 2 executives. I am the VP fundraising for Apt Up for Humanity, as well as the logistics coordinator for Jack.org. So these positions have allowed me to understand where the clubs and societies training can be improved and what kind of support would be helpful for the students in these positions. My work with Jack.org has allowed me to speak with many students about mental health and what issues and concerns they may have. So I'm going to run through my points somewhat briefly. However, I'm not limited to these ideas, and I do have other details and ideas planned. So a priority in all of my work as a student life will be inclusion. This includes those of different races, genders, sexual orientations, and abilities, and allowing all people on our campus to feel included. This idea is incredibly broad, and it encompasses many important people. I hope to encourage more individuals who would consider themselves minorities on our campus to join the MASU and join committees so that they are being heard, and I plan on furthering the implementation of ramps on campus for buildings that are currently largely inaccessible, which began this year on buildings such as Convocation Hall. I will also be working with the VP Communications to create a handbook for club societies and residences so that when they are promoting their events, they're doing so in an accessible way for those who may be visually impaired. So things like this would include creating a handbook for just that lists different accessible fonts and colors. I will also be working alongside the other MASU members to ensure that all of our policies and material are accessible and inclusive, as well as representative of all genders, races, and abilities. Secondly, I would like to prioritize mental health initiatives here on campus. I plan on working alongside the Wellness Center to find solutions for the long wait times and alleviating some of the strain that is put on the physicians and the psychologists. Although I would not be able to directly impact the Wellness Center, I hope to help implement more initiatives that can act as a stepping stone or a starting place for those who are seeking help. Programs such as the Drop-In Care Support Group, more awareness of healthy strategies, and providing more people on campus with mental health training. Thankfully, the RAs here on campus do receive mental health first aid training. However, I hope to set up an application or a subsidy situation that would allow more individuals on campus to become trained. This would hopefully encourage more students to be aware and available in case of an emergency. Lastly, I will continue developing the training offered to clubs and societies on campus in order to help them create successful events, better transitions between executive teams, and by offering workshops on things like writing constitutions, how to hold a productive meeting, and how to increase longevity of their club or society. I will also be working towards the continued support of residency staff by working alongside the Student Life Department here at MTA and acting as a student representative. Most importantly, it is crucial to me that you guys understand that each and every one of you are members of the Mount Allison Students Union. As VP Student Life, I will be your student representative for the changes you want to see happen on campus. I am always open to ideas, questions, comments, or concerns, and I look forward to working alongside each and every one of you. Thank you very much, guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin O'Connor and I am running for VP Student Life. Firstly, I would like to say a big thank you for showing interest in the 2018 MASU elections. It is because of students like you that we have such an engaging and dynamic campus here at Mount Allison. I would also like to sincerely apologize for not being able to attend tonight's speeches. I am currently located at the Pretty Crawford because I have rehearsal for rep. And I highly doubt I can miss practice seeing that show night is tomorrow. So before I get into my platform points, I'd like for you to get to know me a bit better, because as VP Student Life, I will be representing you, the students. So I'm a second-year psychology student minoring in drama and political science. So as you can see, I am very passionate about the cultural side of Mount A. I have been involved in many Modier Fancy theater productions, and I am a member of Presents the Improv. I am very involved on campus because I want to make a positive difference in my community. In my last year and a half on campus, I've had the opportunity to be involved in charities such as Write the Play, the Literacy Project, and Shinorama. The position of VP Student Life has a strong role in residence, and I have already been involved in residence as the Assistant Dawn of Windsor and a member of House Council in Campbell Hall. Finally, I have experience in positions similar to that of VP Student Life, such as Exec for Student Council and Communications in high school, back in the old days, VP Social for the Psychology Society, and Campus Ambassador. Because I am involved on campus, I am very aware of Mount A's strengths and weaknesses, and I am very passionate about ways we can improve. My platform points are based on the needs and the interests that I have noticed are most prominent among students this year. So my first platform point revolves around advocacy for inclusion. As a student with disabilities, I am personally committed to fostering an inclusive, respectful, and equitable campus where students of diverse backgrounds not only have accessibility, but also feel fully welcomed. I believe this can be attained by developing a stronger collaboration between the student union and the societies that support those who experience inclusion issues. I would also promote further education in the residences and in clubs and societies on the importance of diversity and inclusion. My overall goal with inclusion is to see a day where all events, services, buildings, and teaching spaces on campus are accessible and welcoming to everyone. My second point is encouraging involvement in students. I would like all students to find a sense of belonging at Mount A, like I did. And with a campus so full of clubs, societies, and job opportunities, it is hard not to. The Clubs and Societies Fair is a fantastic opportunity. However, it can be overwhelming for students in general. Therefore, I would like to create a more up-to-date, accessible, and comprehensive database of all clubs and societies. I would make information about employment opportunities more accessible, and I would like to promote becoming involved and proper time management to first-year students. My third platform point is to make off-campus environments safer. The town of Sackville is full of amazing opportunities. This semester I'm so excited to be branching out of campus as a tutor for the Links program at the Sackville Elementary School. However, many safety issues to students occur in off-campus environments. Therefore, I think we should provide more information to transitioning students, first-year students, about how to stay safe at off-campus events. We should also develop a form of risk assessment and on-call walk-home services for nearby off-campus events. My fourth and final platform point is to promote the importance of providing an environment that supports positive mental health and well-being to students and staff. I think creating a positive environment must start from the base of our community by supporting those who act as leaders and support systems for other students. Therefore, if elected VP Student Life, I would work towards providing more support for residence house staff. As an AD, I have noticed that students who are at university for the first time struggle the most with seeking help and managing stress. I believe there should be more mentorship and support for first-year and transitioning students in residence by providing them with more education about resources on campus, developing resilience, and self-management. I plan to offer more events and services that raise awareness for mental health. I also want to enhance early identification and response for students that are at risk, increase availability for counseling, by providing more walk-in counseling services and more in-residence counseling, and make mental health first aid training more available and advertised. I have many more ideas and platform points. However, once I get started, I could go on for hours. So I will finish with my main general goal as VP Student Life. My main goal is simply to listen to the students. I want to develop a deep understanding and represent the interests and opinions of the Mount Allison student body. I would like to implement more communication between the student body and the MASU. I am very open to diverse opinions, and I am confident in my ability to be a voice for all students. Thank you.